Alright, today I'm here to talk to you about the movie I saw this week called Afterschool. Basically we follow this kid named Rob, and he goes to a boarding school, and he witnesses the death of two twins who die from using cocaine that had rat poison in it. And, you kind of see Rob as this typical teenage boy who is watching viral video clips, and it goes from watching to being watched is kind of what happens, because through this tragedy he becomes the one being kind of watched, and you see how a tragedy affects people around.
All of this tension was being built up in the film, and despite everything, I feel like in the end it wasn't really resolved, so that's mainly the only issue I had with the story.
I'm going to talk about Rob. He was very complex. You kind of saw him as a typical teenage boy going through transition, being really interested in sex. You see his transition from watching videos to being watched, and he kind of says throughout the movie, like, he really was interested in film, and he's like, I'm not really liking this as much anymore. He loses interest because he becomes the subject of being watched. And you just kind of see how everything takes a toll on him throughout the video. I mean, honestly, I was expecting him to commit suicide or something. He looked like he was deteriorating so much. I thought it was kind of odd because most of the shots broke the rule of thirds. Someone would be talking down here. It's like, okay, I can't even see half of your face. I noticed that there was a lot of unfocusedness in the background, but a lot of the adults throughout the film were kind of not focused. So it kind of added to the distance of adults throughout this whole tragedy. Additionally, the shots of females seemed kind of misogynistic in the fact that, like, whenever there was anything sexual going on, it was always focused on the female and not how the male reacted to it. I guess that heightens the point of it being kind of through a teenage boy perspective. He just kept rambling. I just really didn't care about his backstory so much as I wanted to know, how he made this film. And even when he was talking about the film, he was kind of confusing. He noted something about, like, how he had initially, like, he didn't plan for Rob to kill or be responsible for one of the twins' death, but then he said, he's been planning it the whole time, which was kind of a contradiction. He was kind of confusing there. I thought it was interesting to see that he made this off of a 12-page treatment, and he first came up with the idea kind of in high school after he witnessed tragedies in his school. I didn't really get much out of it. But hopefully next week will be better, and yeah, this was a very interesting film, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.